Well, I mean, it just seems like it's kind of death by a thousand cuts now, where every couple of days there's something else that's adding to the weight of this whole situation. I think chances are the Ontario caucus wanted to get their message across to the Prime Minister before the holidays begin in earnest, because it seems to me they're trying to indicate, look, most of us are hoping you move on, and we're hoping you do this yourself. Don't make us get to the point where we're really kind of like taking whatever measures we have, which honestly are not very many. I think they're still hoping that the Prime Minister will reflect over the holiday, come out maybe, early January with some sort of an announcement for the way forward. But at the same time, you can see, for some of the coverage that came from that conversation on Saturday morning, there is concern over the timing of all of this and the possibility of a change in leadership at the same time as Donald Trump becomes president and the potential tariffs take effect. And so, not necessarily total clarity about what's to come next, but it seems from the Ontario caucus certainly a sense that it's time for the Prime Minister to finish.
Right. And support from Ontario MPs is crucial for Trudeau. Without that support, what does that mean for him?
Well, again, like it seems now they're hoping that they're sending this message through that the Prime Minister will take this step on his own. What do they do if that doesn't happen? I mean, what are the potential scenarios? And a scenario where the Prime Minister tries to keep going, does he prorogue to try to make it through some more time? And then if the Ontario MPs feel uncomfortable with that, if they're really not behind him, it's a question of what are they going to do to show that if he doesn't take himself out of the equation? Are they going to go to the House of Commons and join in a non-confidence vote and vote against him? Are they going to say, they're going to start sitting out meetings? Like, what are they going to do if he doesn't step aside? Now, I'm sure they're hoping it doesn't come to that. They're hoping that he's going to say, look, here are my plans. And here's what some possibility for getting to a leadership process. Because it seems like in that conversation, there were some ideas back and forth about not just about the Prime Minister's lack of popularity on a personal level, but also the direction of the party and where it could go with a new leader. And so there was some conversations about moving the party back to the political center, which could potentially make the party more competitive, not necessarily, but could make the party more competitive in the next election.
So if it does come down to it, when would a new leader change be appropriate, and who?
Right. And so if there's going to be a leadership change, like, of course, if we were in a different parliamentary jurisdiction, there would be ways for the caucus to do this on their own. Or if the Liberals had decided to take advantage of the Reform Act that we do have as an option here, but they didn't do that, there would be a way for the caucus to do this themselves. But failing that, they're looking at other options, right? They're looking at putting this pressure on the Prime Minister and hoping that he removes himself. And so if it comes to pass, there could be an interim leader and then an option for a longer leadership race, which the party might decide to make shorter, given the fact that they're kind of up against a wall here. Then they could open it up to see what would happen, who would be interested. And I mean, it's at this point, it's not clear. Like, there have been lots of rumors about people within Trudeau's caucus who might be interested, including, of course, Chrystia Freeland herself, perhaps Minister Champagne, perhaps Minister Joly. And so there would be, I think, probably some uptake from inside the government themselves. But also there could be outsiders who haven't put their hand up at this point, but would in that situation if the job was vacant. And in that case, could be a Christy Clark, could be a Mark Carney, although I'm hesitant to even raise that because it seems like that's been this rumor that keeps circulating that feeds some of this story, but has never really actually, come to fruition.
True. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much, Lori, for your time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you too. Take care.